everybody, I hope you're all doing great this week. Last week we worked on stances, so this week as a natural progression I want us to work on turning. Okay, and so what we're going to do today are 3 different stances doing 3 different types of turns for each of those stances. Okay, so the first one we're going to work on is forward stance. Okay, we're going to get into a forward stance and we're going to do the easiest kind of turn there is, the one where we just shift our weight forward, we take our back leg, we step across, and then we pivot around. Really easy. Step across and then around. If you look from this perspective, from the back, right, you see you shift your weight forward to get your weight off your moving leg, you'll step across and then pivot. Okay? I want you to do that 3 times each leg. We're going to keep in the theme of 3s today. Okay, so once you do that one, the second one is we're going to do our 180 turn. We do this in our forms a lot. Okay? So, first thing to do is we're going to shift our weight to get the weight off of our moving leg, right? We're going to push off with the ball of our foot on our front leg, and it's going to come across, and we're going to pivot. And then we're going to do it again, right? We shift, push off, place, pivot, okay? From this perspective here, right? Remember, it's important that we don't make rainbows, okay? So when you push off, don't go around, that's bad, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to come, kind of touch your foot a little bit, foot to foot, then across. So like a diagonal line. And then pivot. Okay? 3 times each leg on that one too. And then the last one is our favorite, right? The 270 turn. Okay? So let's say we're in our forward stance here. Okay? Again, we're going to go diagonal, right? No rainbows. Straight diagonal. We're going to shift our weight, bring our feet together. If your front foot pivots a little bit towards that way rather than staying this way, that's fine. Okay? And you're going to go straight across, pivot. Okay? One more time. Right? So we come together, across, pivot. Okay? And then of course you're going to switch feet too. So you have to make sure you'll switch legs, come across, and pivot. Okay? 3 times each leg. Okay? So that's forward stance. Okay? Now to one we're a little less familiar on, right? Back stance. Okay? The same 3 turns, right? We're going to get into our good back stance, make sure our knee is pointed this way. We don't want our feet ducking out, just like we worked on last week, right? Okay? First thing we're going to do, we're going to shift our weight onto our front foot. Back leg moves over just a little bit, and then we pivot into it, keeping sure that our foot ends up the right direction. Okay? Same thing again. We'll shift our weight, step, pivot. 3 times each side, really easy. Okay? Now, maybe when we're a little less familiar with a 180 turn in a back stance. Okay? So, we're into our back stance. Our front foot is going to do the moving, right? So remember, we're going to shift our weight and pivot our back foot, push off with that front foot, come straight back, and then pivot. It's kind of like you're turning backwards, right? So again, we're going to put our weight on our back leg, pivot, come together, straight back, pivot. Okay? And you'll do that both legs. Just like so. Okay? And always keeping sure your back leg is correct. Okay? Now, 270 in a back stance. Not as hard as you might think. It actually feels a lot like your forward stance. Just remember, your feet are going to come together, come out, back stance. Okay? Again, right? So your feet come together, you're going to go straight back this time, here. The only difference is you don't go diagonal, you go straight back. Okay? Try that both legs, both ways, 3 times. Now, the last one, easiest one. We're going to end on the easy one, right? Walking stance. It's a lot like forward stance. So, when our walking stance here, we're going to do our easy turn, right? Back foot straight across, turn, right? Easy. 3 times each leg. Then we have our 180, very similar to front stance, right? So we're going to shift our weight, push off, step back, turn, right? Okay, 3 times each leg. And then lastly, we have our 270, right? So our walking stance, we're going to do that same thing, feet come together, across, turn. We're going to do that each leg 3 times, okay? And that's what I want you to do today, okay? Once you do that, for some extra credit, just like we did last week, I want you to do one of your forms 3 times without your hands, But whenever you turn, really focus on how you're turning. Make sure you're turning correctly. That's what I want you to work on today. Now, a note for the advanced belts who want to think about this a little bit. Okay, so the reason we always bring our feet close together rather than going around is because if we're out on the street somewhere, and let's say we're doing a forward stance for some reason, right, we want to be able to change direction quickly. So if my feet are together, I'm not forced to go this way. I can easily change it to go this way. It's out of nowhere, I can change direction. That's why we have that middle point where we have our balance in the middle. So try to think about that a little bit. And the very last tip I have for you advanced belts here, whenever you turn and you shift your weight, make sure you're keeping your head at the same level. Right? We don't want to shift our weight upwards and then turn and then go down. Okay? Try to keep your head the same height the whole time. That means your knees have to stay bent when your legs come together. Okay? So, lots of things for you to work on today. So really try to work on it. You'll get a lot better on your forms. Okay? So, stay healthy. And that's it for me today. Bye-bye.